Hello, Capricorn. Welcome. I'm Ryan. Thank you for being here. It's going to be a general reading, so of course everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel at Val53 Tarot Pictures Review as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. I don't speak that way. It's funny though, but I don't speak that way. It's literally, and I've recently discovered this when someone says pause. I've recently discovered that, but ultimately I'm like, I don't speak that way. But it's interesting because it almost seems and feels like whoever you're talking to or having a conversation or discussion with talks that way to you. That's interesting. It's almost like whatever this communication is, it's even having you be like, huh? But then it's kind of like, okay, well, let's just keep moving forward. And there's a connection there between you and someone, like I said. Interesting energy and dynamic, though. It's like, is there truly something there between the two of you, or is there truly not? You're like kind of even questioning this. Is it how someone talks? Literally, is it how someone talks? Like you communicate or you speak weird. It's like I'm not following. What is this lingo? Because one of you is completely opposite than the other. And that's what's interesting. Is it's kind of like, well, where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go? One's very, it's opposites. It's ultimately opposites. What I'm looking at is masculine and feminine energy. And even though it's opposites, there's still this energy, like, is this truly something between us or is it not? I don't know yet. Let's kind of find out. Oh, there, geez. Ain't that something? Oh my gosh. This is like, oh my gosh, this is like something I would hear back in the day. I met this really great person. There's a problem though. They have a kid. It's like, okay. People's justifications and what they're looking for. Not saying that that's a problem or issue here. You know, it is possible. I am looking at parental figure, but possibly multiple kids. That might, you know, throw a little bit of a twist in the dynamic. But whatever this connection is, yes, it's geez, they make you very happy. At the same time, there are problems and issues, and then there's that confliction as to what do I do here? Do I communicate and talk about this, or do I not say anything about this? Well, if they make me this happy enough, I love them and I like them, do I say something or not say something? It's going to ruin my day. It's going to ruin their day. It's like, if there's problems and issues, Capricorn, you got to speak on them. You got to speak on them. There's a commitment there. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I'm not afraid to hurt their feelings. Understandable. At the same time, there's a way to communicate it to where you don't purposely hurt their feelings. Literally, even just saying that, I don't want to hurt your feelings. You're like, yeah, but there's conflict. And it's like, yeah. Just be honest. Yeah, it's You're conflicted, Capricorn. This is that same scenario of you have one hand out pushing them away and you have one hand pulling them closer, and it's like they're not going anywhere. It's stalemate. It's that same situation where it's like, I'm gonna make this work with them, and then it's like trying to make things work with them. It's just too much. It's too conflicting. It's too conflicting to the point where even though you are desiring and determined to have this move forward, it's like, and here we go, ding, 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 round 10, back into it, just to even try to get, like I said at the beginning of this, you're trying to focus on moving forward with them. And even when they show up energetically, you're like, I'm just trying to focus on getting us to move forward and deal with these issues. And it's like, what is the holdup? What is the problem? What is the issue? Yeah, and here we go. Here we go. You're like, things used to be so much different between us, and how things have turned out now, I just don't fucking know. I'm willing to work on things, so why does it seem like I'm the one that's willing to work on things and they're not? Well, Capricorn, maybe they aren't willing to work on things, and that's why. Maybe it's just as plain as simple, black and white and clear as that. I'm not seeing any type of energy here where it's like, yes, there's a connection, but yes, there's a problem, but yet at the same time, it's kind of like, there's also a problem there, there's a problem there, there's a problem there. It's like, they're starting to pop up. Starting to prop up. Oh my gosh. Like I said, it's... There's someone else there, by the way. There's a third party there. That's why I'm like, wow, Capricorn. And this is what happens. It's kind of like, if things aren't going to work between you and someone, especially when you're so adamant and determined to make things work with someone, and you're kind of like, what the hell? Why is this not working? When I know I am determined to focus on these problems and deal with these issues and bring this up and talk and communicate and do everything I can to make it work, and it's not working still, that's because the other person doesn't want it. Heads up, by the way, if you didn't know. You're showing me, great. Now there might be actually, you're in a bit of a bind here. Not only do you have this history with them that you're currently trying to make things work with, you also may have some sort of history with someone else that kind of comes lingering into your mind. And it's like, well, geez, maybe I didn't have a problem or issue with so-and-so, or maybe there's this other person around you, maybe at your work or your work environment, then all of a sudden you're kind of like, they're looking a whole lot nicer now than before, because the energy that you're missing or not getting from the situation, the dynamic with who you're committed to in this relationship with, you're finding somewhere else. Hey, juggling Cancer. Hey, juggling. Not Cancer, Capricorn, my bad. I'm looking at Cancer in your reading. Yeah, you're showing me parental energy. You are. And once again, you're kind of like, I've got myself into a situation where I'm juggling. It's like, that's difficult. That is difficult. Yeah. That's crazy though. That's crazy. A little bit more. Yeah, and that's what I kind of wondered. Yeah, you're like, I'm just gonna focus on myself. There's someone else there though. I know there is, but you're kind of like, I'm gonna focus on myself. I'm gonna watch this. Then I'll kind of talk to the neighbor or something. You're like, fine then, I'm going to do something for myself. I'm going to stop caring about this connection, commitment, relationship, marriage so much, and I'm going to start caring about myself. And what's interesting about this is you can't, Capricorn, even have this energy of guilty about doing this. And it's kind of like, if you're trying so hard to make it work and they're not wanting to make it work with you, and then all of a sudden you feel bad for doing something for you, think about that. Think about that for a minute. How dare you do something for you, Capricorn? It's like, well, I'm trying to make this work with you, and it's not working, so you leave me no other choice or option but to focus on myself. Now you're mad or pissed off that I'm focusing on myself and doing something for myself that makes me happy just because we're not happy together. This is how it's turning out. This is an interesting dynamic. You're showing me it's like the longer that I focus on myself, I could actually care less, even if I am committed to them or in a relationship with them or in a living situation with them or not. I'm like just chilling at this point. And it's kind of like you clearly drew a line energetically, emotionally speaking, where you stay over there, I stay over here. I'm going to focus on myself. You stay over there, focus on yourself, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. That is crazy. Of course, if you are dealing with anyone, you could be dealing with a water sign, an air sign, a fire sign, or an earth sign. They're all here. Goodbye.